It's like, where is this clothing coming from? It's a little stinky inside. You know, you've been there. We've all been there before. Isn't decluttering supposed to be this beautiful, aesthetically pleasing task like all of the YouTube videos show? Big handful of hangers makes me so happy.
A palette of gold, gold, gold. A palette of gold, 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 gold.
Hey everyone, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's video, which is a declutter with me. I know a lot of you have been enjoying this series called Messy to Minimal, where my husband and I got rid of over 75% of our stuff. Well, by popular demand, this series is continuing because there are spots around this house that I need to go through again and re-declutter. Either it's a seasonal thing or the stuff that I did earlier just isn't working out as far as the organization, or I need to be even more cutthroat when it comes to the stuff that I am choosing to keep in my space. I will say my standards have changed. They've tightened up a bit. This journey toward a more minimal lifestyle has taught me so much in the last 6 or 7 months or so, and today I'm going to be diving back in to my clothing closet. This is the spot that I have visited the most in this series, and it's a place that really needs some more innovation. I need to think it through again, and I want you guys to know, if you are on a similar sort of decluttering or minimalism journey, you are not alone. If you have to go back and re-declutter and reorganize and change the way you do things time after time. So if you're looking for some practical minimalism encouragement and decluttering motivation, then you are in the right place. I make videos like this all the time. Don't forget to subscribe and turn that bell button on if you want to see more. If you want to see the other videos in this series, I will leave my Messy to Minimal series playlist linked in the description box for you to check out. And for those of you who have been on this journey with me and have watched the other videos in this series, and leave this emoji in the comments so I can say hi to you and we can chat together about where we're at on our own minimalism journeys. So now I'm going to give you a tour of what this closet looks like right now, sort of a before. This is what I like to do in all of these decluttering Messy to Minimal episodes so that you get a really good idea of where I'm starting. I think that's super important rather than just plopping a camera on a tripod and just speeding up the footage for you guys to see. I think it's really important to see the mindset, see the ideas moving forward, the goals of the situation, so that you can kind of go on this journey with me. So let's take a look. Okay, just like all of my Messy to Minimal episodes, I am keeping it real and not pre-tidying before I show you what my closet is looking like. This is the true, honest state of things. And honestly, it is not as bad as what it looked like in the before of the first clothing closet declutter video that I did. And that's because some of the innovations that I've made have really worked out well for me, but a couple of them are not working so well. This up here is new. You haven't seen this yet. If you saw the Messy to Minimal episode where my husband and I decluttered his closet, I got one of these shoe racks up there for his shoes, and he was loving it so much, and I loved the way it looked that I quickly implemented it for my own shoe collection. And let me tell you, it is working so much better than those little racks that I had here on the wall. I'm back to using just my velvet hangers, which I've had for years and I love, and I like that they're all uniform in the same color. And then this isn't working for me at all. I've just got a stack of my pants on top of this drawer unit, which this drawer unit actually is mostly studio equipment. And of course there's stuff that just doesn't belong in here. A hot pack, a Lego. I have a bag here of returns that I am starting. Then we have the space between Weston's side of the closet and my side that is just kind of a catch-all for random things. I have a little tripod thing. This isn't working out. Gotta fix this. I am learning how much I appreciate even the hidden spaces in my house being aesthetically pleasing and tidy and easy on the eye. Clear and open shelving and drawers and stuff, they drive me crazy. And you guys know me, I'm someone who will first go through my own stash of stuff. I will find things around my house to use as organizational things. But sometimes you get to the point after organizing and reorganizing that you finally bite the bullet and buy yourself an IKEA dresser. This is the hemness. I just last night. I literally stayed up until midnight assembling this set of drawers. I have been looking at this set since Weston and I got married. That was 8 years ago. Weston and I try to save money where we can, and so we found secondhand furniture that hasn't worked so well. Drawers have busted out. It's a little stinky inside. You know, you've been there. We've all been there before. Sometimes spending a little bit more to get the right thing saves you money in the end, because I can't tell you how many times I have purchased cheap old Sterilite plastic drawers, not the best quality. It doesn't work well to organize my stuff into, and so I think I'm really gonna be happy with this. Going in the closet, so now the decluttering starts. I'm gonna pull everything out and get it all back in there, organized some of it into this chest of drawers from IKEA, and then rehanging some of the stuff that I'm going to keep. I'm gonna be as cutthroat as ever. The stuff that I'm getting rid of is either going to be donated or sold on Mercari, and then I'm going to choose only those items that I actually wear and use. So let's get decluttering. Maternity dress.
I love it.
You love it? I think I missed this last time I was cleaning out my closet. Sorry, my husband is mowing the lawn in the backyard. I love this dress. If I do get pregnant again someday, this will be a good one to keep. So I'm actually gonna plop this in my maternity bin. Honestly, I haven't purchased that much clothing since my last closet declutter, like everyday clothing. I have made some activewear purchases. I am always so amazed at how many freaking hangers I clear up whenever I do a closet declutter. It's like, where is this clothing coming from? But I think it's largely based on, like I said earlier, my own standards and how they have really tightened up, and how I've learned to be more honest with myself about what I'm actually wearing, what I'm actually using, and the things that I actually want to keep. So this makes me happy. You guys know, a big handful of hangers makes me so happy. Okay, now that I've taken down all the hanging stuff, hi Haley, by the way, hello. She actually put on that little maternity dress. She's so silly. But I have everything laid out on my bed in different categories, and I have some stuff that needs to go into my winter and fall time bin, and then a pile of stuff that needs to either be sold or donated. Also have to fix this basket. I want to get shelves installed above my desk over here so that I can put my books on it. This has just kind of been a holding area, so I don't know how much I can improve this right now, but surely I can make this closet look so much better, and I think this new chest of drawers is really gonna help with that. So now the task at hand is to take everything out of this closet so that I can put the chest of drawers in, and then put stuff back into the chest of drawers. Although I don't follow the KonMari method, Maria Kondo had it right when she said to clear everything out of a space. It makes such a difference when it comes to choosing what stays in the space. Oh, it's so much heavier with the drawers in. Thanks, babe. This is definitely a hefty piece of furniture. It's huge. But one of the things I was considering when I was trying to decide between the shorter one and this one with the two little drawers on top was in our next house, probably within the next few years if we move, this is ultimately the piece of furniture that I'm gonna want if we have a bigger room, and I would have it out in the room or maybe in a bigger closet. I'm thinking ahead a little bit as far as this goes. While it's a behemoth for this smaller closet, it's still going to be a great option to store my clothing in. I'm so excited about this. And I did lose a little bit of hanging space. I could probably hang short things here above it, but that's not the biggest deal to me because I was actually hanging things that I would probably choose to put into drawers because I didn't have the drawer space. I got this set of drawer organizers from IKEA that fit into these drawers to help kind of separate stuff out. We'll see if I'll use those. It was only $5 for like a 6-piece set, so I was gonna give it a try. I don't make it down to IKEA very often at all, so I picked them up while I was there, and I'm gonna put these t-shirts in the drawers. I have some pants as well, some activewear, and other stuff. New to the world of activewear. I have worked out here and there in my life, but in the past 2 months specifically, I've been working out almost every single day. I have too many things in here that I'm just not going to use because I have discovered they just don't work for me or they don't fit right. So I am going to be getting rid of some of this stuff, but I do need a space that's dedicated to workout wear. This plastic drawer started out as a place to hold some like gifts that I was hiding away from my kids that I wanted easy access to, and I started getting more and more activewear that I just started shoving it in this drawer, and it's not working out. So I'm going to go through this and declutter it and then put the pieces that I want to keep into the everything put into the drawers, and I love the way it looks so far, so stay tuned for the little after tour. What I'm gonna do right now is my hanging clothes. I'm gonna put them back up on this bar. I'll probably find a couple of things along the way that need to go into the drawers, and hopefully find a couple of things to further declutter out and to part with. But if you're enjoying this video so far, I wanted to remind you to give it a thumbs up while you're watching it. If you're getting some decluttering motivation or minimalism encouragement, it's time to get this stuff hung back into the closet, and then I'll just have a couple of other things to tidy up before we're done. It's the moment of truth. Is it gonna? Oh, yes, it is going to fit. Yay. Okay, so far I have a big bag just stuffed with stuff that needs to go. This is clothing that I'm either going to donate, I'm going to pull some pieces out to sell. I have this bag of Target returns. I also have another bag of Old Navy returns that I just took out to the van. This stuff still has the tags on or has never been worn. So Weston is actually running a few errands and he's going to be by Target. So he's going to do the returns for me while I finish tidying up the rest of this. I know this is a closet declutter video, but I am going to share with you some of just the cleanup afterward. I think it's important to highlight the aftermath of a declutter project. I feel like if we watch a video that doesn't show just how crazy the space can get, even though you're working in one little corner, that it kind of can be discouraging when you're doing your own decluttering and it's like, how did my house turn into an absolute explosion? Isn't decluttering supposed to be this beautiful, aesthetically pleasing task like all of the YouTube videos show? You get real life here on my channel and this mess is real. So I'm going to clean this up and then I will give you a tour of what the closet looks like afterward. I am tired. I don't know if it's staying up past midnight assembling this dresser or the heat of July or my children that you can hear over there driving me crazy. You don't always see all the interruptions that happen during my decluttering videos because I want to stick to the point. But you parents of little kids know there are constant interruptions and it can really drag out a process. But I am done and I am so happy with how this looks. Okay, so let's go from top to bottom. So up here I didn't change much. I just moved this shoe rack against the wall and then put this bin of swimwear over here. I just kind of switched where they were. These are all the shoes I own except for just a couple that are in a bin in my entry for when I leave the house. And then moving down, I am so happy that I was able to get an actual like permanent spot for this acrylic organizer. This is the Bali brand acrylic organizer and I think it's still unavailable. I don't think they've restocked this yet, but except for my minimalist little bundle of everyday makeup, this is all the makeup I own. There's nothing more than what is in here. I was able to put a few of my favorite nail polishes that were on these little acrylic racks up here for easy access. I'm gonna look for a different system for this, but right now I just have my baseball caps stacked there. My alternate purse, I only own 2 purses. I have a brown one of this mini quilted Michael Kors Selma, which is the purse that I've had for, I want to say 5 or 6 years now. And then I got a black one as an alternate. This isn't permanent, but I did tidy up the way these books were arranged. Again, these books are going to go on a shelf above my desk at some point. This is just a temporary holding area, but I don't think it looks that bad. It's just sitting there for now, and there was a perfectly good open spot for it. Before we get into what's in the dresser, I'm just going to show you my hanging clothes right now. Anything that's like a chiffon material or like a nicer silk or something, I want to have hung, and so that is what I've got going on here. I have some blouses. I either wear these to church or more special occasions or for like sit-down videos. I have some collared shirts, a little section of denim. I have my 3 most worn cardigans, a camel one, a black one, and this gray marled one. I'm not wearing cardigans very often because it's summertime, and I will add to what's in here when the season changes, but for now that's what I have. And then I have some jersey dresses, a basic black short sleeve, kind of slim fit jersey dress from Old Navy. I have my favorite little Lovapella black jumpsuit, this stretchy jersey material. I've showed this so many times on my channel. Still absolutely love it and wear it all the time. They're like my super casual dresses, and then getting into more semi-casual, I have these waist-defined dresses, which I've worn this one several times. I love it so much. And then this one, just the basic black, went on sale and I got that. I still haven't taken the tag off of it. I have a couple of linen button front skirts and a chiffon kimono. And then my more formal dresses, I wore this to my sister's wedding. I wore this to my friend's wedding. And then beyond that is Weston's clothing down there through the other side of the closet, which, by the way, his clothing, shoes, everything has been really easy to keep organized since we did that big declutter of his stuff. So nothing needs to be improved over there, but that is everything that I have hanging, and I think I have a good amount of space to still hang my stuff. This is not enough space to hang even like shorter shirts or whatever, so this is how I have it for now. And I think it's gonna work. I really do. There's plenty of space in between those hangers. Nothing's like super scrunched up together. It makes me feel like my clothing can breathe. So I'm happy with this. And then down here on the floor, we have a lot of open space. I have my CosBox and FabFitFun, which I'm going to film a video about. Stay tuned for that. But I don't expect this area to stay perfectly tidy like this, because this is a good spot for me to hold on to things that I'm using for videos. I don't have a dedicated studio space or a room for video production, and so I always need a little holding area, and I'm okay with the fact that this is going to be messy sometimes. It's just the nature of my job, and I needed a dedicated spot for it, and this is so much better than what it was before, and it gives me a lot of open space to actually see what I'm working with. That's that, but on to what is in these drawers. I cleaned this up already. Why is it back here? You guys saw that I have these drawer dividers that I got from IKEA, but they are too tall for these smaller drawers up here on the top. And so I'm going to keep my eye out for some drawer dividers and organizers for this size drawer, because right now my stuff just kind of has to be thrown into here. So this is just a broad drawer. I'm not going to go through every piece because it's kind of personal. Same thing with the socks and underwear. It's kind of personal, so just suffice it to say we've got socks and underwear in that drawer. Alrighty, so here is the shirt drawer. I'm so happy with this drawer. And as you can see, I am trying out this filing method. I've seen so many YouTube videos over the years with people sharing how they do this for their clothing, and it looks so great. I don't know if it's gonna work for me, but I'm giving it a shot. I didn't do the specifically KonMari method of folding. I have to study that a little bit more to know what I'm doing, but I'm just trying out the filing method by kind of doing it this way. So I have graphic tees in this little bin, and then I have plain or just like basic striped tees in this one. I have tank tops here for when I have this drawer arranged for the summertime. And then I have a couple of bodysuits here. So these are like tank top style bodysuits that snap. I wanted to keep these separate so that I could find them really quick, because sometimes I'll wear these under something like one of my more dressy shirts or something. I have a little bin of long sleeve shirts because in the summertime I don't need as many. I only wear this one black one. Sometimes I'll throw this light sweater on, and then I always wear this little pocket. This is like a cozy knit crew neck sweatshirt from Target, and this is actually in like the pajama section, but I wear it with everything. And I don't know, something about these stripes in here reminds me of, is it like Anne of Green Gables or Road to Avonlea or something? Did you guys ever watch those? I don't know, something about it makes me feel like it's super old-fashioned but also really clean and tidy at the same time. So that's the shirt drawer. And then the pants drawer is super straightforward. I have non-denim pants, so like my joggers. I've got this pair of joggers from, this is the All in Motion brand at Target, and then a couple of Albion Fit joggers that I love. I have full-length jeans. My pants are so short, because my legs are ridiculously short, that I can fold them in half and lay them down in the drawer. So I didn't need any bins or dividers or anything for these. And then I have shorts here, denim shorts. I have some of these canvas shorts down under there, and I just fold them in half and throw them in. I did need bins for my leggings, however, so I have 2 pairs of black leggings, a pair of gray, a pair of like gray camo, and then I have like a dusty purple pair back there. And then I have these like little, we used to call them tap pants. They're like slip shorts that I wear under my dresses. I always wear shorts under my dresses because if I'm chasing kids around, I don't want my booty flying. And here is my workout and loungewear drawer. So I have some workout stuff here. I'm doing a no fold system for my workout shirts because I just usually just throw those on over the sports bra that I'm wearing, and I'm not really coordinating outfits, so I don't really have to see everything all that clearly. So I have my sports bras in here, which this was easy, just to kind of do like a loose file method, and I have my pants here, which is the most important thing for me to be able to see what I have in front of me, because different workouts require different styles of pant. And behind this, which I'm not going to show you, I have some unmentionables, so that's where those go. But here I have just like pajama shorts. I have a little pajama set here with a top and a bottom, but most of the time I'm just accessing my shorts and throwing them on with whatever shirt I'm wearing, so the tops just kind of get tucked there in the back. Then, as you guys saw, I had an extra drawer, and I thought maybe I could like put my seasonal alternate clothing down there, but I just have too much for the cold season to fit in here, so I'm going to keep that bin under my bed. And then I turned this drawer into my tech drawer. And everything fit really nicely. I was able to actually like declutter out some of the stuff that I no longer use or have upgraded, and everything else fits in here perfectly. And then right here beside the dresser, I have my reflector that I use when I'm filming videos in natural lighting. And that is everything in the drawers, and on top, what's hanging, my shoes. There is the full closet tour for you guys. And this isn't related to my closet, but it is something that I ended up doing today while I was cleaning up. Is I framed this drawing that I found at the thrift store of downtown LaConner. LaConner is a seaport town north of Seattle, and it's where Weston and I spent our wedding night. So it's really special to us. It's a signed print from a local artist. The frame was all busted up, and it was $1 at the thrift store, and so I already had a frame for it, and I think it looks very nice there, and I think this closet is looking amazing. At the beginning of this extreme decluttering and like minimalism journey, at the beginning of the Messy to Minimal series, I did not expect to have to go back into my spaces as often as I have. For some spaces, this closet, like I said, is the spot that I've visited the most in this series, just because it required so much refining. And as the seasons have gone on, also my body has changed with my health getting back to where it should be. It's just been so necessary to reevaluate, re-innovate, and try to make it as functional as possible. That is all I have for you for today's video and for this episode of Messy to Minimal. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me while I did an extreme declutter of my closet. I got rid of probably 30% of my clothes, which if you add that up with all of the other declutters that I've done and all the other clothes that I've gotten rid of, I have so much less than I did at the beginning of this year. It's just insane. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you got any motivation from it. Share it with a friend if you think they would enjoy getting some decluttering motivation as well. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Thanks so much for spending a little part of your day here with me on my channel, and I'll catch you later.